Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back into another video. Now, today's video, it is about Betty. Betty is coming over today, in a couple of hours, actually. I'll probably be streaming on the Paladins game channel by then, when the servers are down, so I might just end up, jumping into Realm Royale, just have some fun there, while we wait for the servers to get, online. But not everyone knows about the changes that happened. So today, I'm going to be talking about the changes that happened to Betty, and I'm going to be requesting you guys to help me out here. I need as much as feedback as possible when it comes to Betty. So, when the servers are on, please go, test her out, and then come back here to this video and leave it on the comment section all the type of feedback you think. Do you like the main fire? Do you think it needs to be stronger? More AoE? Do you think that maybe one of her abilities needs to be reworked or just buffed or nerfed? Do you think any talent should be changed? Cards? Anything you may think that it's essential for Betty to be a fun yet balanced character? I will be taking all of that feedback, and on the next AOC meeting, I will be sending it over to them, alright? So even if I don't answer to the comments, trust me, I read them. So just go ahead, go in the comments below, and just tell me everything you have to say about Betty. Now, there is one thing, however, here. If you go into the patch notes, you could just read this, but the problem is you'll have a ton of trouble because, for example, here, they just say, these cards got changed, and you're like, what cards are those? And you gotta go all the way up here. That's why I have these two screens. All the way up here just to find out what the cards are. But I'm going to explain to you exactly how they work and what exactly changed. And also I'm going to take a couple of doubts away. If you have any questions when it comes to this change, you can also ask them down in the comments below. I can ask a dev if there's some extra info. So let's get into it. First of all, we're going to be talking about Betty. Betty got buffed real hard. First of all, she has 100 more HP instead of her 2,100 original now. It's 2,200, okay? Second, her main fire now has more radius. It says effect radius and effective radius. Let me explain. Effective radius is the one that it requires to do that max damage without any, damage damage drop off or something. It doesn't matter. The closer the bombs are to the enemy, the more damage it does, right? Right. So they increase that range. So now you can actually, you don't have to be very pinpoint accurate to try to do damage, right? You can just shoot at their feet and the explosion is a tiny bit bigger, so we'll be doing a little bit better. Now, direct hits, however, have been buffed because 550, I'm just gonna say this and you guys can say I'm wrong. It's up to you, honestly. I don't care. I think for a damage like her, where she's similar to Dredge almost, and you can actually try to hit directly, but it's kind of hard to do that, she should be way more rewarded. I mean, let's look at BK. He does a shit ton of damage, and he can be way more accurate than she is, right? You got Dredge, whatever he shoots, the bomb will just stay there and just go up a little bit into the sky, not the sky, to the air, and then blow up. Her bombs actually continue to go forward, it will continue to bounce like a stone. You just skipping stones in water, right? It's the same sort of mechanic, which is bad because if that enemy is right there and you shoot it and it just goes on the side, guess what? The bomb will continue to go and it will not even do any damage. So it's extremely hard to deal damage directly, especially like Vatus, Sevens, Eevees, Voras, Maves, all of that. She's gonna be having a very bad time against them, right? So yeah, basically, I think that she still needs more damage, honestly. And what I would do is I would buff the direct damage, even the little explosion damage, and nerf all the other abilities, because she's literally a spam character. While you guys were complaining about Dredge being spammy, trust me, this character is going to be way worse. Every single thing she does is AoE. Jesus Christ, okay? But yeah, it's been buffed for 50 damage. And also, her ultimate has been buffed. The projectile speed is now... I just moved myself. Okay, sorry about that. Let's go back into place. Boom. Right in place. Okay. Her ultimate has been buffed. Both on speed and also, apparently, the rocket would go slower after you leave the rocket. You press it again, you leave the rocket goes alone, right? So I'm guessing that that's been changed, so the rocket actually goes faster. It's harder to dodge, which is cool. You know, the units per second are also really fast, so it's way faster. It's almost like a Drogo's ultimate. I'm not entirely sure. I would have to check the numbers, but okay. Her talent, Gotta Bounce. This is the one where it reduces 6 seconds to your jumping. So Gotta Bounce, reduce the cooldown of Explosive Personality, the movement ability, but reduces your movement speed by 15%, decrease the effectiveness of your Explosive Personality. This would make basically the jumps way smaller, so you would not be able to run as further or away, etc. Now they took away that, you know, that decrease effectiveness. Yes. So yeah, the ability will remain the same. You just have less 6 seconds on cooldown, and you get less 15% on base movement speed, which you can just buy nimble and bada bing bada boom, it's done. I'm gonna say just right now, this is gonna be the main talent for everybody. Even this one, it doesn't do that much damage. This one here, it's not really worth it. And this one, it just allows you to go around the map, running away from flanks and everything, and just flank with her, okay? Just spam around. You just basically cruising through the map with this. This is way better. Now, the cards. The cards that have been changed are these three, and these three cards are down here. So it is, let me see, Quinn's Entrance, Fire from Above, and Bouncing Betty. So are these three cards right there. So, Bouncing Betty basically was healing you after activating Explosive Personality. I already told them about this. I don't think they changed the definition of the card, but it might be down there. We'll see that in a bit. This would basically heal you up to 100. If you put 5 points, this, when it says it's 20/20, it does 20 on the base card, 1 point. And then every point you add, it will add the second number. So every point, it will give it a 20. So 5 points, which is max, versus 20, 100. So you could go all the way to 100. Now it's going to be 30. So 5 versus 30, 150. So basically, you'll be able to heal for 150 every jump. If you're not being cauterized at all every time you jump, because, yeah, it will actually do it for every single charge. It will go all the way to 450 heals per usage of the ability. So it's actually pretty good. I actually think that it's a good buff. What I was extremely shocked with was this. These cards here, they're both the same thing, but one is for lateral movement and the other one is for vertical movement. So this one will basically, the vertical will make you go higher, and the lateral will make you go further, or, you know, more to the side, whatever. Like you can move around. I think it gives it, and I did it again. I think it actually gives you a little bit of air control, more air control. But basically, this would go up to 50% of extra higher and further as well if you got both cards at 5 points. Now it's going to all the way to 200. Yeah, that is like 4 times the strength. I don't know why they thought this was a good idea. I haven't tested it out, but just by thinking of it, I'm scared. I'm just gonna build my loadouts with all these 3 cards, and that's it. At this point, I don't even care. 5 points on that, 3, and then just 2 fillers. Like, oh my god. All right. With the talent of the jumps, obviously. So there you go. You already have a loadout. Hey, perfect. All right, Azaan as now. We can close this now, or maybe not. I'll just, you know, I'll just put like this. And put myself here on the side. Hey, how you doing? Hi. Okay, so where are we going? Where, what happened? What? Where were we? Okay, there we are. All right, Azaan now has damage fall off. Fantastic. Ray's sigil, this was like her main fire. They reverted the damage nerf, so she'll still continue to do the same damage. I believe that the projectile speed will just be smaller. As for general changes, we now have a COT indicator on scoreboard, which is fantastic. I believe that the best thing about this is not for you to know exactly how much cauterize you got, although people can use this information to know if they can still stack up on maybe on kill to heal, life rip. It really depends. Like, is it too late maybe to get those items? Is it not? But I think like the best part about this is the fact that new players will now know that anti-heal is a thing. So that's fantastic. They also were still tweaking around with King of the Hill. They did mention about this. King of the Hill is actually going to be putting every 5% of anti-heal every 45 seconds instead of 40 seconds. Bringing the total to, if I bring out the calculator here real quick. So that would mean we can go all the way to 90, right? So my brain is missing. It's missing the math, the quick math here. But 18, and then it's versus 45, which means it's 810. And now we gotta divide the 810 by 60, which is 13.5 minutes. Wait, really? So it takes... No. Oh, no, we start with 25%. I'm so sorry. So 75 divided by 5 means 15. 15 versus 45. And now we divide this by 60. 11 minutes and a half, pretty much. Yeah, it's more like, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much 11 minutes. Okay. Still feels like a lot. I mean, 13 minutes was for Siege, right? That's weird. Doesn't matter. All right, let's keep going. So yeah, we got daily login rewards back. Fantastic. It's a 7-day login, basically reward structure that resets once a week on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. So it resets at the same time as the bounty drops things on Twitch. You'll get gold for the first 5 days, and it will scale up from 200 to 400, 600, 800, 1000, and then finally on days 6 and 7, 10 crystals, 15 crystals. And knowing how it happened back in the day, there's going to be plenty of times where you're gonna not miss one single day, and somehow you're gonna be able to lose some of these crystals because of like server reset or maybe some sort of an hour wrong thing, whatever. I don't even care at this point, but whatever. Basically, you'll have that. Updated the requirements of a few challenges and trials of the round based on feedback. So they changed some of the missions, but they didn't explain what. Cool. Bug fixes. Azaan fixed an issue where Azaan's judgment weapon was dealing more than intended and maximum damage at a specific distance from its target. So basically, you could do like too much damage by just hitting the floor. I think this is what they're explaining. I might be wrong. Or is it judgment the... No, I think it is. I think it is. I might be wrong, but correct me. It's okay. Fixed an issue with Betty, where her launch grenade was basically having visual errors, and the client's texture detail setting was set. Oh yeah, this was, I tested this out. When you had like low quality, the weapon would just like be all deformed. So they fixed that. Fixed an issue where Betty's golden grenade launcher was not displaying golden kill free effects. Cool. Fixed an issue where Betty's hails of bombs ability deployable would be invisible if Betty was controlled by AI. Okay, that never happened to me, so it would be hard to know unless somebody crashed or left. Fixed an issue where Betty's hails of bombs ability would cause enemies hit by it to display as though they were slowed when they were not. Oh, didn't notice that one either. Cool. Fixed an issue where Betty's ultimate's Long Live the Queen was not displaying the attached V effect correctly on the projectile. So this is the fire they're talking about on the back of the rocket. Fixed various other animation issues with Betty. She didn't have pretty much any animations, but they fixed it. They really opened the PDS back in like close to the end with already the animations working. You wouldn't do the animation while throwing the the little roulette. When jumping around, you would not see the weapon also moving around properly. But they fixed it, like, when you shoot, the recoil, etc. It's now fixed. Fixed several locations in the game where Betty's name was cut off after la. Yeah, this one is actually... I'm pretty sure this one was me. Back when you go to... Unless they already knew. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't care for getting any credits or anything. But when we go to the training grounds, it was like Betty La, and then underneath it says the class. And it was saying damage. And I was like, so it's Betty La Damage. And I sent them pictures of this, and I was like, oh, it's Betty La Damage. Fantastic. We are shortening her name to Betty in these locations for consistency. Ah, okay. It's a good idea. All right. Fixed an issue where one of Betty's default loadout cards had a card level total that did not add up to 15. I did not notice that. Although I never used the default ones, so how would I know? Fixed an issue where Betty's footsteps were inaudible to enemies. Oh, stealthy Betty. Fixed an issue where players who did not own Betty were unable to create loadouts for her. I don't even understand why you can't create loadouts for characters you don't... Oh, okay, maybe because, you know, other modes where you're allowed to use these characters. Yeah. Automatic, yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Fixed an issue where Betty's and also free rotation, etc. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay. Fixed an issue where Betty's weapon inspect animation would not play properly? Really? I didn't notice that. Fix an issue where Betty's royal explosive skin play the music from digitalized... Oh, yeah, I noticed this. When using your ultimate long live... Yeah, I noticed this and I mentioned it. It was the digitalized Bomb King's old sound. And glad that they noticed that one as well. Fixed an issue where Betty's ultimate Long Live the Queen would display its VFX through walls for all players. Ooh, that's nuts. Fixed an issue where the Season Pass 2022 DLC was not giving the players all the intended items associated with Betty. Fixed an issue where the Champions Pack and Founders Pack were not properly giving the player Betty. Updated some Betty card text clarification. So I'm guessing that card of the healing with the jumps is probably in this list. Cool. Moji, fixed an description error on Moji's attack talent. Not, yeah, I mentioned this one as well. So I'm guessing that basically what it did, it is that talent, basically, if somebody grabbed one of those plus signs, everyone in the entire lobby would be healed. Now, I said, are you going to fix it, or are we just going to re-update the description? And they were like, you know, it's not really broken, so let's just update the description, and maybe we can see if people start using it or not. Maybe then we'll nerf it or not, because it doesn't feel like broken, and it doesn't. It really doesn't. Ray, fixed an issue where Ray's Spirit Link ability would slow enemies that were immune to crowd control. Oh. I did not know that. Oof. Fixed an issue where Ray's ultimate Vivify was providing her 0% damage reduction while she was casting it instead of the intended 50%. Oh, so that's why you was still dying. Ah, okay. Yeah, no, I mean, 50%, you can still die, but okay. Makes sense. Reduce the amount of VFX on the screen for enemies hit by the Ice Infusion. Thank you! I complain about this shit so much, you got no idea. Fixed an issue where 7th Pandemonium skin played a very loud bang sound. Wait! I thought that was intentional! Oh, I like that! Ah, come on! Updated description of 7's Tribunal upgrades talent to make it more consistent. Zen fixed an issue where Zen's counter ability could counter the reveal pulses from... What? In the fuck are you talking about? How does one counter fucking pulses of reveals? What? Oh, God. Okay. Fixed an issue where Trials of the Realm hubs were missing lore blurbs. Fixed the various issues with certain challenges in Trials of the Realm not progressing. Fixed an issue where AI were not purchasing items in Siege training. Okay, I'm guessing training matches. Yeah, Siege training. Dum-dum. Fix an issue where a few skin descriptions incorrectly stated where they could be acquired. Fixed various text issues with the crossover pass. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much it. There are a couple of other changes here, but this one, you know, up here, this was already part of the patch notes. So, I mean, I'm going to leave the link in the description either way so you guys can give it a look. But at least I already explained the most complicated things. Patch should be coming up live in around like 1-2 hours. So watch out for that. And again, don't forget, please, by all means, come down into this... I'm downloading something. Oh, yeah, I am. Forgot. Please, by all means, come down to the description. Not description, the comment section, and tell me everything you can about Betty. We need all of this feedback as much as possible. Also, give it a try to Megathon Cassie and Binary Star Genos, and let us know what exactly you think. And also Ray. Those are very important things that we are looking at right now, and see what the feedback of the live servers are going to be, especially console and etc., because, you know, PDS doesn't have it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and until then, have a wonderful time. Bye-bye!